All right, here we go. Well, it is a beautiful spring morning, and it's a little windy this morning, but I'm going to get down here. Sorry about the wind. I'm going to go down here and show you what's going on with the pole building. So we're waiting on some funds to get transferred around here. They were actually supposed to start yesterday, but there was a little bit of miscommunication as far as the financing goes, so that should all be squared away today, and hopefully they'll be started. Today's Thursday the 28th, March 28th, so hopefully they will start tomorrow and get things rolling here. Now let me show you here. So Dan has built this pad up. You can see how this is kind of sloped off right here, but he has built the pad up to the point where that back corner right there is the grade that we set everything to. And then we had Dan take the stone clean out here to give us somewhat of a parking area slash driveway. And this is the bigger stuff. Here's my hand, so you can see some of this stuff's pretty big, and then we're gonna put the smaller stuff right underneath the concrete on top of the pad when we're ready, and that'll help level it off. Some of this, he's still got to put some stone in here. I got to put a quartzite box in right there over my street curb for my water line. Now he's roller tamped all this stuff in real good, so we shouldn't have any issues with too much settling. Now we have a kind of a driveway up to the green shed there. So we left this spot open right here because we got a sewer line. So this is a clean out, and then it runs over to those block. Underneath those block is another sewer pipe that we use to hook to the trailer. But I'll end up taking these out, and then this line right here is going to get dug up and moved. Not sure exactly how we're going to do that yet, but we'll deal with it when the time comes. So this is a water line here. It's going to have to get moved to the back wall. But this is a big deal for our family. This has been a long time coming. We really needed a let's call it a shop, and I'm very appreciative and proud of my boy for taking on the responsibility of doing that for us. A lot of stone in here. You can see, like I said, I do this kind of as a video diary for me, but also to kind of teach you guys stuff. So let me set the tripod up here. So what we did, so this is grade right here, right? So we just had them strip the topsoil off, and then on this back side here there's probably 18 inches of stone, and then over on this side there's probably a little more. But that way we don't have to worry at all about drainage. This is, you can see it's kind of flat all around here. So the water doesn't move real fast. It moves kind of slow. What in the world is the matter with my tripod here? Come on. There we go. So the water moves real slow. And you got to make sure you have good drainage. So here's Dan's skid steer he uses with the hydraulic roller tamper on it. And that thing is an absolute beast. He said if there was one piece of equipment he couldn't do without, that would be it. He said they're just so versatile that they're hard to do jobs without them. Anyway, just look at that sky. Of course, the pricks are out spraying already today. Most of this storm, the clouds are coming out of the south, which is kind of weird for us. Well, let's go over here. Hold on. Stand by. Here we go. Now, this is the little fenced-in area where I had Mama Pig last year. And I planted a bunch of cereal rye in here. And you can see it's really starting to take off now. Except for this spot right here where it's wet, which that's to be expected. I don't bother me too much. Now that spot up there, I'm not sure why that's not really growing yet. I know I put plenty of seed down. Well, unless the chickens got to it, that's highly possible. Yeah, probably. So I might throw some more seed down there and see if I can get that going. And there's all my royal purple black raspberries. Might move them this year too. Over here's where we ran the pigs through, and you can see even with running the pigs through, there's still some grass coming up. But this will all get disked off and reseeded. I'm actually going to buy a no-till drill because it's a lot like, this gives you a good overview. Like Raina's pasture up there, you can see the browner spots. And horses are a little different than cows. They can actually clip that grass off really close to the ground. So she's really been grazing on that all winter, and it's pretty low as far as growth. And we fenced her out of the lower pasture there, so to give that a chance to come back. Now the hardest or the worst part about raising pigs on pasture, and it's kind of hard to show you, but you get these where they root, and you get these like little pits. But if you use a set of discs, you can level them off fairly quickly. Luckily, I have a good neighbor, and he said I can borrow his discs. So that's just one last thing I have to mess with now. But that's like part of being a community like the Amish. You know, everyone's allowed to have different opinions and different ways of doing stuff. That's okay. But I think the Amish got it figured out because, you know, they take care of each other. And I think we as a society, if we would do more of that, we would be much further ahead. And like the Amish do, there's a pretty, it's hard to tell on camera, but that hole there is over a foot deep. There's a bunch of them out through here. So it'll be a little rough going on the tractor till I get that cleaned up. I don't know what the heck happened here. Something knocked the pig feeder over. Oh, there's still a little pig feed in there. Should get that out for the chickens. So I got all the T-stakes out and all the pushing fence posts out of the temporary fence. Got all that. I got the waterers flipped over. I got to get this cleaned up yet, but I worked late last night and I literally have like 15 minutes here this morning before I got to get ready for work, but I thought I'd come down here and just get some fresh air. Look around. You can see there's quite a bit of green in here. That's good. The pigs seem to, like when they're rooting, they like your deep-rooted weeds. And then they'll root down and they eat the roots, especially in the winter, because that's where all the nutrients are. Which is one of the benefits of having them on pasture, because then their meat reflects all that nutrients. This hole right here, I don't know what was in here, but this hole's like 2 feet deep. There was something in here. Our big sow, Red, she was in here rooting. She wanted what was ever down in there. I'm guessing she got it because she quit digging. Going back to the pasture raised pork, I don't know if I said this in another video or not, but so lard from pasture raised pork, the way I understand it is it has more vitamin D in it, second only to cod liver oil. So anybody that tells you that pasture raised pork lard isn't good for you, I'm gonna have to disagree with them. I use it every day. I've been using it every day for the past, oh geez, couple years anyway. We've been doing pigs up here for, I think it's our 6th or 7th year. I don't know. It's been a minute, but, and I have my blood work done a lot more often than most people, and my cholesterol's perfect. Here's what's left of the, when we castrated the pigs. That's what's left of the cage. I got to get this cleaned up, which I'll probably do this weekend. But anyway, it's just a beautiful day. Thought I'd do a video, catch up with you guys. There's not been a lot going on. Things are kind of in a standstill. Well, looky there. There's Willard's Frisbee, or Whalen's Frisbee. Inside a piece, oh, there goes a mouse. Inside a piece of fence. Anyway, I thought I'd catch up with you guys and let you know what's going on. The wind is just a little bit crazy right now. It's kind of funny because the clouds are coming out of the south, but the wind's coming out of the north, coming down the hollow, which is normal, but the clouds are not normal. So I'll have to get on, look at the radar here and see what's going on. So give you a little look here. So there's the telephone pole. So right there you can see the line. That's gonna be our path into the garage and the shop and the green shed. Pretty soon there's gonna be a big building right there. I'm so excited. All right, well, I gotta get moving here, so I think that's gonna do it. This is gonna be a crazy year, folks, so pull up with your bootstraps, because things are gonna get a little crazy. All right, like I always say, God bless each and every one of you. We'll see you on the next one. Here we go.